Hey guys, it's another episode of Balance and Sanity with your girl Monica.
And it's your boy Valentine. Here we are. Hope you guys had a good week.
Just wanted to finish our conversation from last week. But as far as my week has been, it's been a crazy up and down. Very, very disheartening week. But you know, it is what it is. Life continues. Nothing else I could do about that. Can't cry with spilled milk. To just get back on to our topic from last week, Val put me on a hot seat. So the conversation was stated the way it was, and it made it seem like I was the one that wanted or was holding on to this dream that it's possible that we can get back together based on the way the conversation went, because you asked me questions and I was answering like, it's not me, it's not me, it's not me, it's him, it's him, it's him. So here's my clarification point, right? I'm good either way, right? So it's not necessarily that I want to get back with him, but I'm good. One thing that I noticed that throughout the entire question, you kept asking me how I felt and why didn't I do something. Have you asked him?
Of course I asked him. What kind of question is that?
And what happened? We didn't get none of that. You was straight putting me on a hot seat, no rebuttals from the other side. It was just like, what are you doing? What's going on? Why are you not doing this? And it's like,
well, you know,
why are you having this conversation with him?
Not to dive so much into it or anything like that, but I mean, you know, we guys, man, you know, it's a matter of we talked, we communicated. I asked him some questions, he answered to the best of his ability, and you know, that was it. Case closed.
I love this. I love this because this is what you guys do, right? This is exactly what you guys do.
What I do?
You try to make me spill the beans, spill the tea, and all that, and you coming back with this little, you know, us guys, we did what we do. He told me some things. ... I
mean, you know, I don't want you to spill the tea. I just want you to get your feelings out, you know, get it across the board. That's it. I mean, he told me, you know, his feelings on the situation, which then led me to, you know, speaking to you. And that was it. That's how it works.
I'm going to call your crap. I'm not going to go too much further into this because at this moment it's a done deal. But this is what y'all guys do. Y'all straight up like attack the women and want to be all up like, y'all need to do this, y'all need to go get y'all man, y'all need to do whatever. And you know what's funny that I find hilarious to me is that it is expected of a woman to change her requirements, change her desires for a man, or to be quiet, or to change who she is for a man, and it's never required of a man. And the reason why I say...
That's not
What
true.
do you mean it's not true? How many of your friends have said to you, you know, maybe you should change the way you date or the things that you want from a partner?
Many of my friends, a lot of my close circle, they tell me all the time, Val, you need to look at yourself before you do anything else. Look in the mirror. You know why? Because sometimes you may be overreacting.
That does not answer the question.
That does answer the question. I got to look at myself first before I look at anybody else.
But that does not negate your non-negotiables. But I'm asking you, right? Is if you say you need a girl that has an education, is driving, makes her own money, likes to travel, right? Those are, of course, these are superficial, but these are the ones that you've put as your non-negotiables. Has any of your friends ever come to you and say, well, Val, you know, that's unreasonable. Like, you should change that. You should not want something like that. You should at least come down and rethink or renegotiate your non-negotiables. Has that ever happened to you?
No, none of my friends don't think that. We're all very practical thinkers, so we just think about what you like. And if you could like a chick that's a crackhead, or you could like a chick that's a top model, we don't care about none of that stuff. It's all about you. It's all about you, the person. If you're happy with that messed up girl, then we here for you, bro. That's what it is. You know what I mean? We got you. But if you with a shorty that, you know, if that shorty's like kind of like taking advantage of you, we're going to let you know, yo, son, you're getting taken advantage of. And if, you know, dude be like, yo, well, I'm good with that. Oh, okay, well, then you good with it. It is what it is.
But you're too far ahead in the steps. I'm talking about before y'all even started dating. I'm just saying these are the things that you want in the next person you're going to be dating. Has any of your friends ever said to you,
bring down your stats, bring your stamina down,
right?
Bring your views down. Yeah.
Your stamina. Yeah. I don't want to know about your stamina. I don't. I don't ever want to have that conversation with you.
That's just a shorty. That's it. Your mind. Look at you. Your mind is such in the gutter. You're so. It's not even in the gutter. It's in the sewers.
Oh my gosh.
Let's just move forward, please.
Shut up. You
Sewer
know what it
mind.
is though? It's because I hang out with a lot of you guys.
No. I think that's Monica. That's nothing to do with us. That's straight Monica. Yeah.
But I digress. But has anyone ever told you that your requirements or your standards are too high?
No, never. Never been told that. I've always been told to reach for the sky. If I get a tall shorty, reach for that tall shorty. You like her? Go after her. It don't matter.
So then why is it that for a woman, we are always told? Because from what we had our conversation based on last week, it sounded like you were telling me to lower my standards. One thing you said was the reason why I'm single is because, my greatest example, I can't do long distance. And it was just like, well, you need to stop thinking about that because anything is possible. And I'm literally telling you, I personally cannot flex with somebody isn't in the same city as me. That's just who I am. So why is it that I have to lower my standards or change what my preferences are because I'm single? But yet a man is never asked that same request. Could it be because men are just willing sometimes to just accept anything and work with it?
No, I mean, you see, I think it's different for a guy because if a guy usually goes after somebody that he likes. We don't have to know if that shorty got no titties, half a titty, one titty. We don't even know if she got a big scar across her butt. We don't know none of that stuff. We don't care about that stuff. We don't care if that shorty got no head of hair as long as we see it up front. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't care about none of that stuff. So when you say a guy has to lower his standards, we don't have standards to lower. So it's like whatever we like, we like. Now there's some dudes out there who have those standards. Now let me backtrack. Before I say we don't, some guys don't have standards. There are those guys that has those standards usually end up getting played. They usually end up getting 4 or 5 kids. They usually end up getting a shorty that look hot. The shorty look great, but her personality is a piece of shit. So those things usually happen. But I mean, with a guy, if he really like a shorty, I mean, you know, he like her. First of all, we don't care about all of that other stuff. We care about, dang, she pretty? Do she got a fat booty? Does she got big boobs? Is she look good? Even if she don't look good, is she cute? Every guy goes back to that, say, is she cute? Yo, let me see her. Let me see how cute she is. It's that simple. We don't have those standards. When I said last week, women...
Even in your 30s?
Even your 30s, we don't have standards. Well, your 30s, I mean, we got to check your credit score. We got to find out how much kids you got and all that stuff. I mean, that's just normal for everybody.
Okay.
But, do you got a crazy baby father? You know what I mean? Like, you know, those things. Do you have your own crib? I ain't trying to make you come in my house and you try to take my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to check all that. You know what I mean? But you got your own car? Because I ain't got to pick you up all the time. But I'll pick you up on the first couple days. But you understand what I'm saying? Those things really didn't matter back then. I mean, now, like, say, I tell you, most women, this is my experience. I find out that most women in their late 30s or mid 30s to 40s, and they still single and this, and that's when that you got to lower your standards comes from. You can't tell you're not gonna hear no 20-year-old, 21, 22-year-old talk about I got to lower my standards. I mean, unless she's in a different tax bracket, but you wouldn't hear none of that. I never heard none of that. You know what I mean? So I always think that has to do with more women who are up, you know, their career is soaring. You know, they got all of this stuff. Now they want a guy to come in at the same level that they're in, at the same level that they put in all that work, all that time, all that energy getting their career right, and they want a man that's already at that same level. They want a man who is basically, if you're a lawyer, you want a man that's a judge or a assistant DA or the DA.
So here's my rebuttal to thought.
Hypothesis.
I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting a man that's established. When you say established, it depends on who you're speaking to. Because I know for me, at one point, it was, if I have my degree, you have to have your degree. If I'm working on my graduate, you either have your graduate or is working towards it. These are things that you would expect from your significant other. Granted, for me, as I grew older, I realized school isn't for everybody. Some people just don't like school. And you can find an entrepreneur, somebody that's making more money than you, somebody that's educated more than you are, somebody that can speak better than you, somebody that has been influenced by the world more than you and has never sat in a classroom. So I don't think established necessarily has to do with the job title, but I get what you're saying. At the same time, I don't think it's wrong for a woman to want her man to be smart. I don't think it's anything wrong to say, I want to be able to take my man out and leave him in a room full of people and allow him to have conversations without him sticking by my side. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I'm not talking about, I don't know if those are non-negotiables for some people, but when I say non-negotiables, for me, I'm talking about something as simple as you need to be able to save. You need to be a Christian background. You need to be in the same city with me. You need to be able to be willing to travel. And then as we date, then it's like, all right, let's see what we can compromise on, because I like the fact that you're smart. I like the fact that when we hang out, you're my homie, like you're my ride or die. I don't have to worry about anything. Like you're literally my best friend. And it's just at that point that you can say, you know what? I wanted a man that was good with savings. He sucks at savings, but he's good in the cooking area, which I hate to do. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you can give and take after you get to know a person. When you go into meeting somebody, I don't think there's anything wrong with having standards or non-negotiables, not one that you literally sit there and tell him like, I want blah 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 blah. And if he doesn't do it, then it's what it is. But at the same time, I wonder if that's why, in wanting so many things and being able to be vocal about what you want, is why most men shy away from strong women, not necessarily strong Black women, just women in general, because she knows what she wants. She's not willing to wiggle or compromise her thoughts. So they just say, you know what, I'm going to go for that girl that is easy, that if I tell her, oh, I'm not doing that, she's going to be willing to stick around because she wants the man. Her ring finger is cold and it's kind of breezy. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I hear your point. I mean, you made valid points. First of all, the ring finger, the not lowering the standards. You have every valid point to make. However, when you talk about love, baby, points don't matter. when you talk about feelings and emotions, that none of that don't matter. All right. If I see a lady, right? Let's go back to me 15 years ago. I was in college, snot-nosed kid, didn't know what to do. Okay? Had nothing. And I'm talking about in college, had nothing, but I could get the shorties if I wanted.
That ramen noodle. Nothing. I knew you in college, boo. I knew you.
Son, the Raskella said, I got you with the chicken tenders, baby. Yes, I got money on my card, son. I got money on my card. Here's them chicken tenders, baby.
Yes.
There you go. That's all that matters. That's it. I bought you the... Matter of fact, I'll take it a step further. What you eating? Chinese food. Word? It's already here. It's on the way. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is, baby. That's what you do. You get what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Yo, love in college is so different.
College is crazy, right? So when you have those elements... not to mention, you got to look at the age range, but when you have those elements, those factors that come in, man, you ain't got to worry about none of that. However, I need to see that credit report. There's a couple of reports that I need to see now as an adult. Your credit report, your health, STD check, and how many babies you got. That's basically those three main ones.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Oh, my gosh.
I got to check all that.
Oh, my gosh. I
ain't got to see how much money in your account. I don't worry about that. I don't care about that. If you make money now, you're going to make money later. I ain't worry about that. But I got to see, how have you been the last 5 years on your credit? You buying craziness, then I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know. All right? Sometimes we got to have a little budget. I mean, if you rocking out 20 grand a month, then you spending 5, that's okay. That's okay. Spend 5. That's okay. That's no problem. You know what I'm saying? But is that 5 a part of like your budget and everything? Nah? Okay, so you actually spending 10. Okay, that's a lot. It's a lot. You spending 10 now.
Right.
That's a lot. You gotta relax a little bit. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, that's what it is, man. I those things don't bother me. But just to jump and piggyback off of what you're saying just a bit in terms of, having the like a list, a checklist, that adds so much stress. It's not a problem just to go out there and meet somebody that you are at least physically attracted to, because that's the beginning stages of anything. If you're physically attracted to them, then go ahead, go talk to them. You know what I mean? I understand you don't want nobody hovering over you and following after you, right? But that's in the beginning stages. I mean, I'm gonna follow my lady all the time in the beginning stages, you know. But if she want me to go mingle, I'm like, all right, boo, I'll be back. I'll be over here. Go ahead, do your thing. You see what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of that preference. Now, like you said, the women have preferences. That's understandable.
Um, so I don't know, because I think it's just really weird, because even hearing it come from you, in one breath it sounds like you're saying it's good to have standards, but at the same time it's just look, find something, and then when you find something, see how they line up with your standards. And in the same breath, it's just don't let your standards control you, which I agree with.
Right. No, that's 100%. Monica, hey, clap it up, Monica. Hey, 100%. 100%, Monica. 100%. That was great. Yeah. Don't let your standards control you, but still have the standards to get you to that point. You got to have some sort of standards. Now, obviously, I hated this standard thing because women would be like, "Oh, you're too short, Valentine. You are you're so cute. I mean, I don't know. We could go together. I could see us going really well, but you're too short." Okay. Well, that's your fault. I could see us going real well, but you got weave. You can easily change that. You got fake nails. You can easily change that. Where's the real you? How about that? Matter of fact, I don't want you anymore. You see what I'm saying? So those standards hold you back, and a lot of people get those standards misconstrued. If you have a standard where that man physically meets your eye and he's a standard, okay, great. That's check one. Now let's move on to the other things. But if he's still good, if those pros outweigh those cons, girl, you'd be stupid enough to let him go.
But here's the thing: when you say pros outweigh cons, because I find that the cons are very much your red signal. And I say this because you're talking about this whole thing of love, and I saw this meme that it was a brain and it was a heart, and the brain had a stick in its hand, and it told the heart, if you ever fall in love again, I'm gonna kill you. I'm literally in that moment right now, because love, when they say love is blind, love will let you sit there. I want to say, I don't know the word, but it will make you degrade yourself, put you in a place that you never thought that you would ever be because of love. And when you start to put yourself out there and you start allowing the pros to outweigh the cons, you have to think about, what are the pros we're talking about and what are the cons we're talking about. Because if we're talking about a pro in the fact like, oh, he cooks, but he talks to me however he wants, I'm like, I love me some good cooking. I love me a man that cook. But you done no, I'm sorry. I'm too strong. You know me, too opinionated. I'm not letting you. You can do that but one time. And I'm going to let you have it because you probably had a bad day. You ain't touched me in a while. We haven't hugged. I haven't looked you in your eyes in a long time. I said, baby, I love you.
Coming from a married man, a married perspective, okay? There are times when people don't let people be themselves. You understand that? And
right.
This man, which is the figment that we're just talking about right now, the example, if that's who he is, in terms of he loves you to death, but sometimes he can get out of pocket. As long as he's not physically touching you, and it's not physically getting to that point of, not physically, also mentally and emotionally, it's not getting to those abusive states, then that man if he's frustrated, do something to help him out. If he's not frustrated, just be in the back. Well, that's who he mad at somebody else. You know what I mean? And sometimes you got to let that person be that person. You know what I mean? Because that person still loves you, but that person is that person within themselves. And that's the problem that a lot of people don't understand in terms of relationships. You have to let the person be themselves. Because if you fall in love with a person that you mentally think that's that person, that you didn't really fall in love with that person. You fell in love with the figment of your imagination. Can I get an amen?
Amen. And the church said, hallelujah.
Hallelujah. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah.
But I so agree with you. And this is where we're going to transition a little bit. I am that person. I communicate. I can say that the past years, I have gotten better at my communication. So much so that if I'm not feeling like talking to you, instead of me walking away like I used to, when you piss me off, I'll let you know.
So rude. So rude.
This is not the second. Like, I was talking to this guy, And whenever I would get sad or something, he's just like, what's wrong with you? The old Monica, not a damn thing. Mind your business. I got it control. Don't worry about me. I do me. I'll be better by myself.
Wow.
Now, as soon as something happens and I'm sad, I'm just like, it's been a rough day. I'm in my emotions. Just let me be and we'll talk about it later. That's where I am now as an adult. And I was actually talking to this guy recently. Me and him were a 93% match on this dating app.
Right.
Everything on paper was perfect. We were communicating a lot, having great conversation. He's from the South. I'm from New York. So, there's a lot of like language barriers and the text messaging wasn't fitting right. So for me as a New Yorker, I'm saying, you're mad stupid. He's like, what do you mean I'm stupid? And it's like, no, it's like, you're really funny. And he's just like, oh, I didn't get that through the text. And so as we're talking, he says to me, you're so cool. I don't know any girls that's like this down to earth as you. And I'm sitting there like, I'm about to get friend zoned in 2, 1. Yep, there it is. Friend zone touchdown, guys. He literally told me, I want to friend zone you so much.
You're not his kind of caliber of woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand that if you already know, you see, that's what I understand about y'all women nowadays, man. Back in the day, in the 70s and the 60s, when I wasn't around, I was selling my pop's nutsack. I'm telling you something right now. These women out here, they knew who they wanted and who they would even allow, who they would even talk to, who would they give their time to. Their time, a woman's worth is amazing. Her worth, her time.
We don't live in that world anymore because you guys feel very privileged. And let me tell you why.
Well, it's because of the girls. It's because of y'all women.
That y'all feel privileged?
Of course. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, if there's 5 women in a row, right? And I do the same thing to those women, 5 of them. And 2 of those women be like, nah, I don't want to talk to you. But 3 of them be like, oh yeah, sure. Come on, we can do it. We can smash. We can do whatever. Well, in that case, who brought down the whole entire, well, we could do whatever. We feel privileged. No, it's y'all women. Y'all women talk to the dudes who got pants coming off their butt. Y'all women talk to the dudes who got skinny jeans covering and looking like they got a big, like, little, like extra vajayjay, okay, between the pants. All right, y'all women.
So I'm gonna disagree with
men.
you.
Don't disagree because I'm on a roll. Ha! Let the preacher preach. Ha ha. Okay, I say right now. Ha. Okay.
Whatever.
Y'all women, let us do whatever we want to do, and then it make it bad for the rest of y'all.
So what I gather here is that it's not my fault that I'm gonna be single forever. Yes or no?
Let me say something. It's not your fault, but you also got to be lenient. And in New York City, you ain't gonna find that much leniency. Okay.
So when you say lenience, I don't understand because I've been told that I need to stop being so cool, and I'm just like, how do you stop being so cool? I'm just a cool person, like.
Oh, that's very simple. You gotta hide, baby. You can't show your goods up front.
I don't know how to be anybody else but me. And in my 30s, I don't have time to waste.
It ain't about wasting. It's about picking and choosing who's right for you, who you want. That's what it's about.
I can barely get past the friend zone. So I don't know what else to do.
You keep talking about friend zone. What do you mean you can't get past the friend zone? First of all, they should be wanting to get past your friend zone, not you wanting to get past their friend zone. You're already messing the game up. Okay? No.
I don't know what to tell you. I get friend zoned a lot.
Stop making yourself so readily available to everybody. When they call, you answer. What's wrong with you?
That's not what I'm talking about, friend zone. I'm not talking about that.
I'm just saying. I'm
talking about in a friend zone. I'm not ready available for everybody. But I'm talking about the friend zone in the type where you're like one of the homies. You know how many times I get called bro? Or yo, that's my chick, Monica. Yo, she's like one of the dudes. I'm not one of the dudes. You know why? Because I like men.
Monica, you are one of the dudes. It's just that, no, listen to me, Monica. You are one of the dudes. It's just that you have to find a man that accepts that and also don't mind having you up underneath him. Because you're not always the dude. At the end of the day, you the female. At the end of the day, you need that love and affection. At the end of the day, you need to be caressed. You need to be held. At the end of the day, you need to also mind stimulated. Let's have a conversation. Let's do this. Let's do that. Also, in the meantime, having a conversation like, yo, bro, so you see that shit's crazy. You see what I'm saying? So you got to have that kind of chemistry, that kind of meeting. You know, it's not easy. It's harder to. That's why it's harder to date when you're older. When you're younger, you can find that because guess what? When you're 20, 21, everybody's on that same level. Everybody's in that same zone of just trying to make it, trying to do the best thing possible, and everybody's themselves. They're not hiding from nobody. They don't have no standards. They don't have this. They don't have that. They just themselves. And when you meet somebody like that in the beginning, it's like, yo, they already know who you are, and then they grow with you through the changes, you know. And if they accept you, they're gonna stay and rock with you. If they not, they're gonna let you go. You see what I'm saying? So it's like that's easy, man. That's the beauty of it. You know, when you older though, it's hard. It's hard out here. That's why you got them ladies got them long body pillows. The body pillows.
So I'm not getting a body pillow. I had a body pillow and I threw it away because I'm not here to try to. No. I don't know. I'm so good.
That body pillow keep you warm in cuffing season, baby. That body pillow keep you warm.
No, I don't want that. You know why? Because then you become complacent. Then it's just like, oh, I have this body pillow, so I don't necessarily need a man.
Yeah.
No, I don't need a man. I want a man.
Then, you know, but all women get complacent all the time. I mean, look at women who have multiple cats. That's their kids because they didn't have any or they couldn't get.
I don't want to be the cat lady. I don't.
I'm just saying.
I don't. And so the man that you described just now, I'm dying for that. And I almost found it. Very, very close. It would have been perfect. Whole scenario was perfect. Legitimately. My dude can talk about anything, hang out, play video games with. Then at the same time, we cuddle up. We go out looking cute. I could wear my heels. I could look tan or whatever, be the girl.
Wait. Let me guess. He was married with 5 kids. And you ain't know. Yeah. You found out one of the kids. One of the kids came up, hit you with a DM. I saw you with my daddy. What? Who are you?
We ain't even gonna talk about.
I'm putting this. I'm adding you on IG.
Following you. Leave my daddy alone.
Leave my daddy.
I don't. But see what I'm saying? It's so weird. It's so hard as a woman to find a particular type of man. And I'm to the point now where I just give up. Like, I'm on a emotional break. I can't take it anymore. I'm so done. If singlehood is the way I'm supposed to be, then singlehood is the way I'm supposed to be. If you bring yourself into my life and you're trying to do something that I'm not trying to be a part of, I'm cutting you out. Like, I'm about, you know me. I'm just like very strong. I'm cutting you out. And when I say cutting you out, no matter how much it kills me to cut you out, to not be able to speak to you, I would rather die not speaking to you than to speak to you and be hurt in pain every single day.
Monica, that's the thing called pride, man. All y'all New Yorkers, y'all single New York people got nothing but pride, but all the time be hustling and bustling and pillows is wet.
What do you mean pride?
Listen, man, listen.
What does pride have to do with
pride,
that?
Man, that's pride. Pride, Monica, pride. Sometimes when you need to, or when you're looking for something and you want that, what you just said just now was, would you rather die? You rather die.
And
That's
not
serious,
have you
man.
in my life causing me pain? I don't see why not.
I'm saying, though, he shouldn't be causing you pain. I mean, you should catch that in the beginning. You should be able to, you know, if you get yourself to that point and you find out later you didn't know, then I understand that, which a lot of ladies do. A lot of these guys out here lie. But some of the guys now that I'm hearing, some guys be telling women the truth and the women still do it.
True.
And then all of a sudden they can't control their emotions anymore. And then all of a sudden the guy is like, yo, listen, I told you what it is.
So even in that scenario, sometimes it's not even like that. Like a guy would let you build up. So there was another situation where I was talking to this guy. My life is like
it's full of situations. Situations.
Not situationships. This is Zane now. My friend said this. He was like, yo, you got more stories than Zane. I was like, stop.
Zane? Hey,
Stop it.
Zane is, I mean,
Zane.
you speaking a lot. You speaking kind of.
Chronicles be off the chain.
Chronicles is
Off the
crazy.
chain.
Chronicles is crazy.
I'm telling you,
Monica,
apparently my life is comparable.
Monica, you can't. If you got some Zane Chronicles, hey, where's the book? I need to read it.
Nah, we good. It's not gonna be published. But so I was talking to this guy. We ended up becoming really good friends.
Huh?
I'm talking to him just expecting friendship. Then it started, like the flirting started getting crazy. Talking every single day, always hanging out, whatever the case may be. Feelings are now starting to be expressed.
Right.
And it's just like, oh yeah, by the way, What do you mean? Yeah, by the way, why didn't you say that when we started hanging out to begin with? Like, you was willing to tell me everything else. Why weren't you willing to tell me this is
Maybe
what
it
the
grew.
situation is?
Maybe it grew. Wait.
Maybe
Oh yeah,
what?
by the way. Wait. I missed it. What was oh yeah, by the way? Because I'm lost. I thought he said, oh yeah, by the way, I got feelings for you. Unless this is, oh yeah, by the way, I'm married with 4 kids and I got a second wife in England. Is that what that is? I'm just saying.
It was that, but there was no second wife. But it was
Oh
that.
man, I feel for you, Monica. I never wish that on nobody. You know, I don't wish that on nobody.
Yo, let me
just
tell you,
saying.
if I'm just to the point where just be open about every single thing, there is no reason to hide. Because I know for me, I'm not cheating on anybody that I'm with for any reason, especially not now in my 30s. Because if I need to cheat on you with somebody else, there's something that you're not giving me. There's something that you're not doing. And if I have this conversation with you and you're still not doing it, that means it's time for me to peace out. Like, we've
Why
drifted
cheat? Why
apart.
just leave?
Right. Like, we've tried everything we can. We've had this discussion, can't get past this. It's not that I hate you or anything. It's just, we're not on the same page anymore. So there's no need for me to cheat. Let me get up out of here. Either do me be single until I can find myself again. And then maybe we can work this out, or we just date other people and do it. It happens.
Yeah.
People get divorced all the time and still remain friends. Just because you get divorced doesn't mean that you guys hate each other. It just means that for whatever reason, you guys have either drifted apart or aren't connecting on that level anymore.
I'm telling you something right now. She ain't gonna have a life. Nope. I'm popping up everywhere. In the cabinets.
You're such a dick.
I'm popping out everywhere. Yep. She gonna be like, I'm going out tonight. With who? It's your night for the kids. You can't leave.
I
What?
hate you.
I scheduled this 2 years ago. Oh, I forgot. I already did
Oh,
something.
my
I'm coming
gosh.
over. It's a family night tonight. I'm coming over. It is what it is. Be over there in a minute. Sorry.
You're a dick. That's the straight
time.
dick move.
Thank you.
But why would you
Appreciate it.
Why would you halt her from finding love just because you want to be?
Because I'm
in your
not
feelings?
dead yet. I'm not dead yet. When I die, she can move on.
Okay, so here's my question to you, right? Shoes on the other foot. Can you date?
Oh, shoes on the other foot. I don't think so. If I do date, she'd never know about it. Because I know I'd wake up with a knife in my face. Something like that. I don't know.
So the two of y'all are crazy together and deserve each other. Got it.
Pretty much. But
Neither one of y'all are going.
nobody's
anywhere.
going anywhere. No one's going anywhere. I mean, I'm just being honest. And that's the beauty of it. That's how it's supposed to be.
Right.
That's how it's supposed to be, man. That's it. You see somebody you like, and it's like, you be like, yo.
It's not that easy, Val. Be glad that you're married now. Because
I mean,
to
it's
date
still hard.
now,
It's still hard. Don't get me wrong. Marriage is tough, but
no, but it's a different type of tough because when you get married, you're saying, I'm going to be with you, this one person, through thick, thin ice. You get on my nerves, don't want to see your face. You piss me off. I've gone over here. I've done me. You've gone over there. You've done you. We've come back. We've reconciled. We're trying to figure this out. We've had kids. They get on our nerves. I don't really want kids. You wanted a house full. I'm compromising my beliefs and stuff for you. Marriage is a whole nother animal. When you talk about dating is, I'm not necessarily committed to you. So at any given time that you piss me off, I have all right to get up and leave. I literally had to get up and leave. Talking to this guy, telling you, full of stories. And he said something to me that I didn't like. He said, he texted me, oh, I'm just letting you know that I don't like to talk about materialistic stuff because they're just so beneath me. And I'm like, why does it sound like you're schooling me? So he calls me and he was like, yes, I am schooling you. I don't really like your approach. And his rebuttal to me was, anytime you want to discuss feelings with me, do not do it because I don't care about your feelings and how you feel about me. What? He was like, unless...
was this a friend?
No, this is somebody that I was talking to, trying to get to know to start dating. And he said to me, he's 39 years old. He said to me, when it has to do with feelings, the only time I care about your feelings is if you're telling me how your day is or it has something to directly involve you. If it has to do with me and anything that I say or express, I don't give a F how you feel because your feelings to me right now doesn't matter. I was like, you know what? You absolutely right. Goodbye. Had that been my husband now, I would have to sit there. Boo, you need to calm down because you about to get me to be real crazy right now. And we would have had to work it out. You see what I'm saying? So it's a difference when you're dating versus when you're in a marriage.
Right. I mean,
and even now with
it's crazy.
dating,
I can't believe you even talk to a guy like that. Jesus Christ.
people
Wow.
talk to you however you want. And like you said, it's because women allow it. I'm not the one.
Wow.
I'm on a hiatus. I've literally given it up. I'm on a hiatus.
Lord.
Anybody come to me talking about, yo, I like you, you look cute, jump off a bridge, kick rock.
First of all, if they really like you, they'd be like, yo, excuse me, miss, I'm sorry to tell you this, but I just had to stop you. Your butt is amazing. What's your name? And that's real. Listen to me. I'm gonna tell you something. It's very disrespectful, but at least he's honest. He's very honest, and he came to you, and that's like, you had the balls enough to tell me that, and you don't even know me. But I stopped my car and I ran across the street because I almost got hit like 4 times. But I had to tell you that. And you pretty in the face because I saw it behind you. So I was hoping that you was pretty. I was hoping you pretty. Oh, you turned around, you was pretty. So I had to ask. I'm sorry. Can I get your number? I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying I don't think nothing wrong with that. Or what they do now, they don't ask for your number. They're like, what's your IG? What's your Facebook or some shit like that? I don't know. I'm married.
So that person to be would be considered feckish.
Is that an SAT word? Let me get my book.
It is not actually.
Oh, I got it.
It's not.
Right. Is that dictionary? I need to get my dictionary. What you said, freckles? You said freckles?
No.
Feckish.
Feckish.
That's a T.
Feckless.
Fe, man, I thought you said feck, like THECKLESS, something like that.
No.
Feckless or something.
No.
Okay, feckless.
No.
What is that?
No.
That's amazing. What is that? That's got to be an SAT word. You can definitely tell what high school I went to.
No.
I'm telling you right now.
It just means that person lacks initiative or strength of character.
Are you serious?
And
that takes a lot of character
useless.
to go up to somebody and tell them that their butt is big and they like the way they look. What are you talking about? That's a lot of character.
No.
How is that not character?
No, it isn't.
So what would you rather?
That's not character
because
at all.
There's women out there who get mad at a guy for being himself and being respectful. Excuse me, miss. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Do you have a minute? Sure. No, I'm walking, but all right. Can I walk with you? I just saw you across the street and I'd like to get to know you a little better.
But I've done that. I've allowed guys to walk with me.
Oh, well, I'm just saying. I know some women who don't. I mean, it's sad.
But for you to talk about my butt means that one, that you feel you're comfortable, that you are comfortable enough to have that conversation with me, not knowing whether or not I like the fact about people pointing out my behind.
Well, Monica, it's always going to be pointed out, sticking out itself. What do you mean?
I can care less. That doesn't mean that I want you to talk about it.
Okay, I understand. You're not. You're not defined by your assets. I understand that.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Those are the things that do not define me. My behind. I would love. You know what I would love though?
Behind. A lot of white women have behinds. You have an ass.
Let me know when you're done.
I'm sorry.
Let me know when you're done.
Hey, okay, I'm done.
Okay, great. I don't necessarily care for that. What I'm looking for in the interim, in the grand scheme of all of this, I'm looking for authenticity, right? Mm-hmm. Somebody that I can joke with, laugh with, have a great time with, hang out with. Like, this is my friend, and everybody else in the room is just thinking to themselves, these people are perfect together. I want somebody that is willing to be ambitious. It does not necessarily have to be the same thing that I want to do. As long as you're ambitious, you can be ambitious about flipping these burgers. Like, you want to be a chef, you want to know how to flip these burgers superbly, and that's your ambition. I'm supporting you, boo. You are ambitious. Get this dollar.
So you support him at 35, flipping burgers, being ambitious?
Where's he flipping burgers though? Is he flipping it at what's this guy?
Well, no. If he's flipping at Burger King, but he's going to school to be a chef at 35, still ambitious, still flipping them burgers, baby?
And he's going to school to be a chef?
Yeah.
I would work with him.
Yeah.
It depends on how long he's been there. If you're talking about this is his 5th year at Burger King.
Yeah. And he made a choice and he's said, I'm done with it. It's his 5th year at Burger King. I'm done with this. I'm going to school.
So there's a couple of things that I would think about in going into this relationship with him. History, one, because history would say whether or not he's done this before, because it could have been he had another job and he said, I'm at this job. I want to do this. I'm going to go for it. And then he flopped and now he started flipping burgers and now he's on this track again. So that's where I would go. So it'd be a conversation. It wouldn't be just like, get up, don't talk no more. Like, it's nothing like that. We're grown adults. I'm 34, you're 35, 36, whatever in this scenario. But we need to have a conversation. I need you to be open and honest with me. Because if you're saying you're still trying to find yourself, bruh, there is a girl out there for you, I is not her.
I is not her. That's
Yeah.
true. That's understandable.
I
But
is not her.
let me ask you another question, Monica. Since we're on the topic of relationships, literally, when was the last time you wrote a handwritten letter to the person? Like, you know, when was the last time? And what'd you say, man? Like, this is on some Lauryn Hill, you know, miseducation shit, you know, X Factor shit, you know, that thing type of stuff. When was the last time you did that, Monica? Let me ask you.
College, actually.
Wow.
And
wow.
and it was, I lie. I actually have a handwritten letter that I never mailed out to your friend, actually.
Are you serious?
Wow.
Wow.
I'm serious. I still have it.
How recent ago is this? How recent is this?
No, this was years ago. This was like 2006, 7, 8, like around that time when we had freshly broken up.
Ooh.
And because that's the thing that we used to do a lot is we used to write letters to each other. So like when he would go home, he would write me a letter, and when I was on campus, I'd write him a letter. It was like so dweebishly romantic. Like like you would only see these in like movies and stuff. Like we lived through. It was so corny, but it was cute.
It was y'all corny
Don't hate
though.
our
That
love.
was
It was, and I would always look forward to his letters, and his handwriting was superb. So I used to love sitting there reading it, and I'm talking about letters, 4 pages, 3 pages. I don't think we ever did 1 pagers, but I wrote this letter to him, and the letter, oddly enough, was me apologizing and asking him for forgiveness and to be back with me.
Dun, dun, dun.
I wish I had a drum roll so I could just like play the sad music in the background. I know it's super corny, but yeah, that's the last time I actually handwritten a letter, love letter to somebody, or handwritten a letter. Period.
That's awesome, man. I the last time I wrote a letter, it was 2 years ago, roughly, and you know, that letter took a lot of emotion to write. There's a lot of emotion in that letter, and I was just like, man. After writing that letter, I was emotionally tired. I was beat, but I was happy because it was it was coming from the heart. It wasn't tight. You know, it was my writing. Like I was scratching out something, and I'm like,
oh
whoops.
my gosh.
I would type in, whoops, my bad. Sorry, I'm trying to be neat, but it's not working. So I'm just letting it flow right now. Like that's literally it. It was so emotional. Like it was just a blank piece of paper with my thoughts to her. You know what I mean? So literally, it was crazy though. It was crazy. Like when she wrote me back, and you know.
Would you ever start writing letters again?
Of course. I'm a poet. I try to write a poem. You know what I mean? Like I gotta be in it. Like I've always wrote poems. It's just that I have to be emotionally invested to get the poem. Because once you're invested in that person, like I'm so deep into, you know, the love and all that stuff where it's like I just be going in and just start writing. Like I'll think of something about their eyes. Like my wife, she has amazing eyes, and not everybody can see that because she wears glasses.
Yeah.
So they don't see what I see. You know, I see the curvature on her eyelid.
Oh my
you know
God.
what
Are
I'm
you
saying?
looking into her soul as you stare into her eyes?
Of course, it's what you're supposed to do.
Womp womp.
You're supposed to look dead. You're supposed to look dead center into that beating heart, baby. That's what you're supposed to do. All right. Hey, listen. If you got big eyes, man, just look into them. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong. I'm gonna tell you something right now. I'm short, but I love it when a lady looks up to me and her neck is all the way bent back, and she's looking dead at me. Whoo! Love that shit. I don't know why. But yeah.
So I'm over this love stuff.
Don't hate on the love, baby. The love. Let me tell you something. You need to be around. How much of your friends are single? None of your friends be single.
Not a lot, actually.
Good. Hang out the ones that's not single, okay? And that actually like being in love, being with they man, like them, okay? Hang out with them.
That's depressing.
It's gonna work off.
That's depressing.
It's not depressing. It's not depressing at all. It's positive energy.
To hang out with people that have what I want. I see. So in the moment that I'm sitting there by myself, the third wheel.
Be the third wheel.
The odd man out.
Be the odd man out. You care about what people think. You care about who you look. You just said third wheel, odd man out. That's other people's perspective. That's their perspective.
Meaning that I'm sitting here amongst 2 other people being affectionate towards each other. Because I know when I'm out with somebody that I'm dating or I like, I'm holding hands. We're doing cute, stupid stuff. He's whispering stuff in my ears, or he's cleaning my face, or he's feeding me.
You a baby? You need some baby wipes? God, you need your foot. You need your food cut too? Shit. What you need, a diaper? What you talking? No, don't give me that. Don't hit me with that I'm spoiled crap.
I am. I'm so serious.
Monica, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. You're 35 years old. If you want to be spoiled, you best to be on your feet all day. So when you come home, those feet get rubbed. That's how you get taken care of. Not about no spoil. Everything gets done for me and all that stuff. And I did this and my dad did that and blah, blah, blah.
No, but here's the thing. No. So it's not even with my parents that I'm speaking about. I'm talking about whenever I've dated people, they take it upon themselves to do this for me. It's not like I say to them, oh, I need you to do this. The last person I was talking to, I don't remember what I was doing. And I think I had said like, oh my gosh, I'm tired. And I tried to sit down on the seat and he was just like, no, sit on top of my lap or giving me things to eat. And I'm just like, I can do this myself. These are things that's always been bestowed upon me without me ever having to ask. It could just be, this is a big up to myself, right? I'm an awesome girlfriend. I'm just saying.
If you was an awesome girlfriend, you wouldn't be single right now, would you? Ha ha! Hey-o.
Whatever.
Hey-o, Valentine, you're on the road today.
You know what
baby.
it is?
Hey.
You are on a roll. You're butter, bro. I think what it is, too, is that maybe that the people that I'm talking to or dealing with don't find me worth fighting for. And I believe a lot of people, a lot of men especially, don't necessarily think they have to fight for a woman. I want a man to fight. I want you to just tell me, if you say, babe, I love you, I don't mean I want you to go out in the street and just like knock somebody over. But if I walk out of a room because I'm angry at you or something, chase me, grab my arm, pull me in close, make me stay there and hug you, make me shed my tears on your shoulders because I'm upset or whatever the case may be. Is that too hard to ask? I'm a hopeless romantic,
Monica,
hate romantic.
That's not needed all the time.
No, not all the time. Once in a while.
Put them big girl panties on and let not the argument get to that point.
But I'm not talking about an everyday you run after me thing. I'm talking about once in a while.
But
you make me feel appreciated, just like I can make you feel appreciated.
You know how a guy can make a woman feel appreciated? Hey, correct me if I'm wrong, but
I will.
You know how a guy can make a woman appreciated? He takes you to work every morning. He picks you up every day, right? He cooks the food for you every morning. He pays the light bills every month. Them bills is paid. He sets up an IRA. He pays that every month.
You're talking about adulting. I'm talking about different things. You talking about marriage, like
all right. So basically, all right, bet. So in terms of dating,
I'm gonna need you to think.
My bad. I gotta put my single hat on. Hold on. Okay, so basically, he's setting you up. He takes care. He takes care of your what's that word? You get your hair and your nails done every 2 weeks, right? He takes you out to dinner. Y'all have a date night every Friday or every Saturday, whatever the case is, right? You don't pick the location. He picks it. So he got somewhere new. Right, look at you. Look, oh, my God. Oh, yes. He doesn't have to ask you where I want to go. Yes. You see what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, get this. He don't buy you shoes because shoes is, that's something. That's it. He don't buy you a purse because that's something. You know what he buys you? He buys you a dress. He buys you a dress and he don't even ask you your measurements, son. He just buys you. He just goes, yo, here's your dress. It's in a box with a ribbon over it. What? At your job. Son, it's at your job, son. In front of all the other women. I'm just saying. He comes, he drops it off at your job in front of all the other women. I'm telling you, that's appreciation. That's what a man does to show appreciation.
But no, that type of appreciation, I would so love. You can only do that but one time because for me.
No, you can't do that but one time.
So I did the 5 love languages and my top 2 are quality time and
look
touch.
At you.
Yeah.
First of all, you single. You don't be worried about that. You single. You ain't got no time to be worried about no 5 languages, trying to figure out what your love language is.
I need to because I need to know how to when people give things to me and how to relate to them that I don't like gifts. Like gifts are cool once in a while, but if you want me to really know that you're into me or you really like me, spend time with me, touch me, hold my hand, be affectionate. Come on, just like with other people, I need you to know what your love language is so you can say to me, oh, this is what I like, or you can demonstrate because you necessarily don't have to say it, demonstrate the things that you like, and then we can go from there. Make sense?
Makes sense. Makes perfect sense. I mean, I have no problem with that. Makes sense.
Being a married man, you have less struggles than the rest of us.
Ha! I got more struggles.
But your struggles are different because your struggles.
I got more struggles.
But the thing is that you have somebody fighting with you. As a single person dating, it's me fighting, and it's up to you to decide whether or not you want to fight with me.
Fighting the good fight.
Yeah, fighting the good fight. Let me tell you, I'm over this fight.
No, you can't be over the fight, man. You gotta still. You're gonna take yourself out the fight, then you're gonna be the cat lady. You don't want to do that now.
Well, guess what? I've taken myself out the fight. I'm done fighting. I'm emotionally drained.
You're an emotional person.
I am an emotional person.
This is an emotional decision.
It isn't. It isn't. It's a drastic decision, but I need to, and I don't know how I'm gonna fix it or how I'm gonna get over it. But I'm just to the point where I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired.
I knew you was gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that.
I know, because it's a cliche, but
Definitely. Definitely.
I'm just over the fact of putting myself. You know what it is too? I think also because I'm a woman, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and every time I get involved with somebody, I am emotionally invested. Maybe not so much at the beginning.
You need to find somebody that's also emotionally invested.
But every time I get into a situation with somebody where I feel a connection and we get close, I'm now emotionally attached. Not emotionally attached to them, but my emotions are now involved. And it's hard to have to walk away every time I do that. I've literally gone through talking to 6 guys in the span of what? A month?
Damn.
That's 4 weeks. Right. And none of them are still here to this day. Every single one of them. Something has happened where we didn't connect. I didn't connect on something with them. They didn't connect on something with me. Or we just got into a bad argument and it was just like, all right, whatever. Or my favorite, the one that happens more often than none, they don't text back 3 months later. Hey, what's up? How are you? Who are you? Are we friends that you can pop up every so often whenever you feel like it? No, we're trying to get to know each other. You can't just disappear and not say, oh, I'm going to be MIA for a while because I'm going through X, or I need a little break or something. I personally am done, but I'm over it. Done.
I think, Monica, that you should, because this decision came on the back end of a bad situation, I think you should just sit back, drink a mimosa, enjoy life a little bit, and then when it comes, it comes. Don't go looking for it. A lot of mistakes that ladies make, and the reason why I know my sister is either single or something like that. I don't know what she is, but she's 49. No, she's not. She 40. How old am I? I'm 35. Yeah, so she's 40 years old, and she's still acting like or thinking that she's she's still getting used like she's a 20-year-old. You feel me? And I keep trying to like let her know, like, you can't really do that. But then after a while, it's like that's what she wants. She's 40 years old. She keeps doing the same thing. That's what she wants. So it's like, it is what it is. Stop getting mad at a situation when you find out wrong. That's why I say you gotta stop looking for it. Let it find you. It'll find you. Monica, it's simple. Do you go hang out in Manhattan happy hour after work? I can guarantee you'll find a lot of single gentlemen that maybe they may be gentlemen at first and they may want to be, assholes later. I mean, at least you're making a step. You're making progress. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's how it is. You got to go out your comfort zone to get something that you really want.
So here's my thing with that. No one approaches me. As many times as I've been out, and I go out a lot. I go out by myself. I go out with my homegirls. I don't do the club thing anymore. Just because I don't necessarily want somebody that's always in the club anyway to begin with. But I'm always on the train. I'm out. Like, I don't put my headphones in as much because I try to make myself approachable. I've literally had guys stare at me. Turn their head, stare at me. Turn their head. Yes, I smile. I lock eyes. Everything. And they won't approach. When I'm out and about, granted, some days I do look a hot mess. But on the days where I do look cute, it's like I have to put on makeup. I have to put on a dress. I have to put on heels before somebody can even say anything to me. And at that point, it's still not like, oh, I'm saying anything to want to talk to you. It's just, hi, want to sit? Are you serious? How else am I gonna? I've been told by many people that, one, I need to put myself out there. Two, I need to, as a woman, I need to stop deflecting when people talk to me. And I'm always telling people, guys included, when you talk to a woman on the train, not every girl likes that, granted. But I've never once rejected somebody who's ever spoken to me on a train. I've actually made a really good friend with somebody that I spoke to on a train. I met two guys that I spoke on a train, and both of them I ended up becoming cool with. And we just spoke for a while. I don't have any qualms with that. I just think maybe because I'm too down to earth and I don't do this beat face thing that most women do, and we live in a world with visuals where guys need to see, oh, you look like you're this small, you got such a pretty face, your makeup is done nice, and you got pretty eyes. I'm a small, petite person. Most people don't know this until we go to hang out. But on the grander scheme of things, when you see me in a dress or something, I'm a very, like, I'm curvaceous, but at the same time, I'm very small. So my waist is small, my top part is small. So when I put on a form-fitting outfit, it's just like, dang, she has body. But I'm not trying to have you come after me for my body.
So don't wear the dress. Don't put on nothing form-fitting. Just put everything else on except that part.
Right, I do, and I'm still single. No one hollers.
Monica.
So it's like, I damned if I do, damned if I don't.
In this day and age, you mess around with a lot of boys, not men. And unfortunately, you got to find the men. And the men either are taken, as you have come to realize, or they don't realize, they realize too late that they're men when they have a situation from when they're younger. You know what I mean? So listen, man, it is what it is. This is the way life is. This is life. But if you give up hope, there will be no hope. Although I just said the same thing in the same sentence. But still, right. You get the point. And everybody else out there, y'all get the point. You see what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
So, no, I was gonna say, I'm looking forward to next week. Next week's conversation.
I think
is gonna
so.
Be good.
Got a lot of notes.
This is now we're gonna talk about marriage and what life and love is, baby. Because we can't talk about the single life. You gotta start from the single. You gotta go somewhere else, man.
And on that note, guys, we're gonna end today. Thank you so much for listening to Balance and Sanity. I can't wait to talk to you guys next week. Val, you have any ending word?
Hey, no, man. I got a quote. Here's a positive quote of the day, okay? The light's at the end of the tunnel. There's always the light. Keep going forward, baby. Hey. Ow! Ow, baby. Yeah.
Night, guys.
Have a good one.